All right, going back to our top story, during his visit to Guyana, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address a special session of the Guyanese Parliament on Thursday, marking yet another significant moment in his global diplomatic outreach. This will be the 14th occasion when Prime Minister Modi will speak on behalf of the people of the country in parliaments of foreign nations. He holds the distinction of being the Indian Prime Minister with the highest number of addresses to foreign parliaments. His addresses, which transcend continents, are a testament to India's growing influence on the global stage. Prime Minister Modi's 14 addresses to foreign parliaments are double the number of addresses by Dr. Manmohan Singh, who had delivered 7 such addresses. Indira Gandhi had addressed foreign legislatures 4 times, while Jawaharlal Nehru did it 3 times. Rajiv Gandhi and Atal Bihari Vajpayee delivered 2 such addresses, while others like Morarji Desai and P.V. Narasimha Rao addressed only once. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has delivered addresses in legislative chambers across the world, from the Americas to Europe, Africa, Australia and Asia. In 2014, Prime Minister addressed the parliaments of Australia and Fiji. In Asia, Prime Minister has addressed the Parliament of Joint Session of the Bhutanese Parliament and Nepal Constituent Assembly in the same year. Prime Minister addressed the British Parliament in 2015, National Assembly of Mauritius and Parliaments of Sri Lanka, Mongolia and Afghanistan. Prime Minister has addressed the joint session of US Congress twice, in 2016 and then again in 2023. In 2015, Prime Minister addressed the Parliament of Uganda. He did that so in 2018 and Parliament of Maldives in 2019. All right, let's talk more about this. We're joined in by a guest. We're joined in by Professor Sanjay Bharadwaj, School of International Studies, JNU. Thank you so much, sir. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining in on DD India News Hour. To begin with, 19 international awards, 14 global parliament addresses, how Prime Minister Modi's voice is being heard across the world.
Are you asking me the question?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Preeti, for the invitation. And definitely, you know, it's Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi's leadership, and that has been well demonstrated while we hosted G20 summit in 2023. And there, the way he was representing Global South and the way he was also creating a negotiation and dialogue and collaboration between the Global North and Global South, that his leadership was well witnessed by the world community. And wherever like he is visiting, that every country in the globe, either you are going to the Southeast Asian countries, or you're going to the Australian subcontinent, or you are going to the Latin America and the European countries, they are honoring and they are requesting Honorable Prime Minister by delivering their parliament or addressing their parliament, and as well as also awarding the highest national award. And you can see that in this visit, while Prime Minister has visited to Guyana, that other countries like Barbuda, and you can see that Dominica and Nigeria and Guyana, all these 4 countries had awarded Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the highest order of excellence. Like by the Guyana, you can say the Barbuda has given Order of Freedom of Barbuda, and then of course Nigeria and Dominica also given equal awards to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In the region also, like last year, you see that Gyalpo award has been given by Bhutan. So, of course, the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the leadership to the Global South, and talking 2 very important aspects. One, of course, he talked that we should not think about the war. It is not the time for war, and we should establish negotiations, dialogues to resolve the conflicts all over the world. And he also mobilized the world community to be law-abiding community in the world. So that has been demonstrated. Second, very important aspects that he talks about, the human security. Human security that like we should encourage the human-centric development. Though the world is becoming more protectionist, the world is talking more about the collective security mechanism, but human security issues should not be put in the back. And he talked about that we should take the issues of global commons where climate change and the other health issues are very significant. He also talks about the issues of global goods where energy security, food security, health security, and then humans other well-being and developmental activities like the gender equality and all these issues he had tried to address a number of fora. So you can see that the way he had been recognized by the world community, they were also the world community were also very hopeful while they were looking Prime Minister Narendra Modi to negotiate on the Russia and Ukraine and even the global north and the what the other polar led by Russia, they were also looking forward to have a very constructive, positive role of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to mediate in the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. So you can see that the acceptability of the leadership, the tallness, and he's very straightforward. He's not like he has all that positive with the positive energy.
Yes.
He's trying to have developed a good rapport with the world leadership. Prime Minister, either or you can take with the global powers as well. He had maintained very good relations with Donald Trump. He's the elected president now, and while the Biden was also in power,
Yes.
He greeted Joe Biden while he visited to India during G20 and whenever Prime Minister Narendra Modi was going to the United States.
Yes, so you're talking of his leadership, and very aptly you also pointed out the pivotal highlights of the addresses which he's made, on different fora across the world. But then, Prime Minister leading the government for the third time in a row is also evident of his leadership qualities, his leadership skills, which you are talking of. But I would want to understand from you what have been the turning points in his leadership back home that has made the world leaders, that has made the entire world to sit back and listen to him.
The two very important aspects that he talked that, he demonstrated India in 2 points. One, of course, he talked that we are law-abiding country and we follow very independent foreign policy. We also believe in the strategic autonomy, but we are not going to join any pole. We are neither non-aligned but we have multi-aligned foreign policy. That what multi-aligned, that we are aligned and becoming bridge between the divided world, the fractured world. So that this has been demonstrated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi during his leadership in last 3 tenures that he occupied. And the second very important aspect that Prime Minister that we should have more democratic international order, and in this democratic international order, the international institutions should be honored, should be more democratic, and there should be more representations. Particularly, he was indicating to reform in the United Nations. So that was the second very important. Third very important aspect, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, that we will have zero tolerance towards the terrorism and the insurgent groups, and he had demonstrated being as a hard power that if we know how to deal with these violent non-state actors to protect the national security. And the fourth very important, that he had also demonstrated his leadership as a leader of humanity, while he had played a very significant, very constructive role during the COVID-19. The way he had been supplying the vaccines to different countries, the oxygen cylinders, the other food and other assistance to the countries who were in the need, particularly while I'll say the Indian Ocean countries and the neighboring countries. That leadership, it's amazing that a leader who know the national interest, but who also know and respect the humanity when they are in the crisis. So you can see these are the skills skills, and these are the leadership that he has provided
Right.
to the world community, and world community had started recognizing
Yes.
not only world community, but I will also say that the people of India had also given him the
Yes.
third mandate. The third mandate, that people of India, they also hope that he will bring the Indian economy to up to the 5 trillion economy, and he will make India a Viksit Bharat till up to 2047. So that these domestic factors as well as the international recognition
Yes.
have been instrumental to
All right,
create
sir.
of honor to from the world.
All right, all right. We leave it here. Thank you so much for joining in with those inputs and that analysis. Thank you, sir, for joining in DD India News Hour this afternoon.